Leo, how you doing? Welcome to your weekly reading here on the Astroflower, going from the 27th of May up through to the 2nd of June in Gemini season. I've done a Gemini season reading as well, and it should go very well for you actually, because you've got that air and that fire, so the air coming from Gemini and the fire within yourself. It should make for sort of a very exciting times for you in the next sort of like 2 or 3 weeks. And then you do come into your autumn period as well after that. So this is, I would treat it a little bit like an Indian summer, as we would say, a belated bit of sunshine in your life, and allow life to really sort of like fulfill the dreams that you want to be living, basically. So yes, let's just bring up your Astroflower. So here it is. I've just laid out the cards. You've got the overall energies here. You've got the karmic message on your relationship side, karmic message on your financial side, influence on the universe, influence on past self, influence on future self, and the general sort of outcome. Hope you have a lovely reading. Let's just, without further ado, let's just jump straight in here, see what's going on with the overall energies. It seems like the overall energy wants you to make this transition from, um, you know, obviously it may not be exactly what you're doing, but like selling hot dogs on the corner of a street into opening up a fast food shop, fast food restaurant. That sort of thing. There's a real sort of transition here, a real upscaling of you in life. And it's going to need you to stand proud, I think, more than anything else. Yeah, look at that. The universe is really, or well, the overall energies, the energies that are directly around you at the moment, is really playing into your heart. Richard the Lion Heart. And this is what it's all about for you, I think, in this week here, is engaging with your heart and your heart's desires in regards to what you want out of life. Now, I've given you an example of your financial side. This could be as much as on your relationship side, that you're really getting on with people, and if you're looking for a partner, you're really getting on with people around you and everything like that. Everything's feeling really good. And there's a flower, or there's someone that comes out of that group that sort of kind of goes, yes, I think I'm going to follow that. And I would if I was you at the moment. Leo, I think it bodes very well for you. Let's just see what goes on in your karmic mission on your relationship side. Very passionate, upstanding. Um, you know, this is it's almost like a New Year resolution of engagement with passions in life. King of Wands. This is an Aries card, but I do give it a lot of Leo in there as well. And I think this is you standing in your power, and this is the reason you're standing in your power, because the overall energies is really, breathing in a lot of oxygen to your fire. It's absolutely beautiful. Go off and follow that pathway which corresponds to you within your relationship side. How's the universe helping you here? The universe is just bringing in loads of stuff, and very concrete stuff as well. It's not just ideas or wistful thinking here. It's bringing in sort of very tangible things in your life. Yeah, there's a lot of work here, concentrating on a lot of different details, but a lot of, I think, almost perfectionist sort of attitude here. And it's like having the perfect relationship that you're looking at here. And I think this is where you should be driving your passions into. On your past self, it's I feel like you've had to defend a lot about you, about maybe defend your honor in a way in regards to community, friends, family, groups of people, or life itself. And I think you've got reason. I think justice falls on your side, as it were, in a nice way. And I think this is where the old way is, you can look at it and kind of going, okay, I need to sort of evolve and change that. That was right for that time, but not necessarily the right for the future. And look at that, you get the Queen of Swords. This is you taking a direction, and this is where I think there was a lot of pushback on the direction that you might have been taking in the past from other people, but you've stuck with it, and I think that's testament to you. In your future self, why not? Who did I get that for? Did I get it for you? It might have been Virgo or Sagittarius. I can't quite remember. But whatever it is, I get a similar sort of thing here, and sort of saying, if you go after this passion and that with that Ace of Cups from the universe, from the overall energies, it's why not? Why not have everything? Why not have your cake and eat it? Why not? It's a question you should be asking yourself, I think. But the overall outcome here is you're ready. You're ready to go off on a mission. Everything you've got the everything in place in order to fulfill a mission. Yeah, look at that. This is that that Ace of Wands there, out with the old and in with the new. This is a whole new way of doing things for you, Leo. This is a real bright dawning of a new day for you. Absolute, and this is perfect for you. This is lovely. It's full of passions. It's in connecting with new people. It's exploring things. There's lots of beautiful stuff going on there, really. Let's just see what's going on your financial side. Definitely in the way of new love. It's coming out of this. There is no doubt about it. The abundance that you got on this why not is really very attractive to other people. And I think you're going to be attracting it into your life. The karmic path on your financial side. This is like the hot dog stand to the fast food shop or restaurant. And here is like there's like a folder. It's like you got to you got to make sure all the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted. That's what it is. Getting your ducks in a row. Yeah, there is a massive offering that I think you've seen in your weeklies and in your Gemini season as well. This ties in with that Ace of Cups that you've got there. There is an offering that comes in here that plays beautifully into your heart's desires for life. And it really makes you happy. And it's on your karmic path in order to do that. It could well be like finally you get a judgment in your favor, so then therefore you can start your business or do your career path, or you get the results of any exams you've taken, or whatever it is. You're getting good stuff in your direction from the universe. The universe is sort of saying to you, Leo, you have this beautiful position. How are you going to use it? Now, I think you've got to start pushing it out into the world around you. Ace of Swords. Look at this. Leo, what the blazes? This is a massive victory for you. That the universe is encouraging you to do that. To take your mission, which is coming out with that there, take your mission out into the bigger world, because it will bear absolute fruits for you. And it's completely in line with who you are at the moment. Standing in your power, having that swagger. I talked about that before in last week's or the week before. Let's just see what's going on the influence from the past self. I think you played safe in the past, and it's not now to play unsafe and gamble loads. I don't think it's that. But what I'm saying is that if you're playing safe, you can. It's like if you're driving and you know the corners. On occasion, and you normally take it at within the speed limit, obviously. But you're taking it at like 35. It's a 40 for zone. And you kind of go, oh, well, I could take it at 38. And you can just knock it up your autopilot into 38. And you kind of go, yeah, okay, that's cool. But it's recognizing as well, kind of going, well, okay, now I'm going to see how far I can push it. Because eventually you will lose, obviously. Once you start taking that corner at 80 miles an hour, it's not going to come off well for you. But, you know, it's just recognizing that you've got a lot more in the tank, as it were. Yeah, there's healthy boundaries in this. Maybe that's what it is recognizing that healthy boundaries of not going too fast. Maybe that's what the message is here. I think you've been working very hard at doing things, and you've been keeping it very straight. And now is the time to allow your curiosity to open up to this opportunity that's arriving for you. In your future self, this is a real step up. It's coming into you. It's almost like, and this is going to be very particular, it could be inheritance for some people, or just a bit of a windfall. That's what I'm getting. A bit of a windfall. Happiness after difficulty. There is so much, some beautiful stuff on here. I haven't, you know, even the 9 of Wands is not a bad card at all. It's a really good card. Happiness after difficulty. There seems to be like a windfall or an opportunity or a job or a business that you're now going to really start taking to another level. That's where you're driving to in your future. What's the general outcome for this? Everything's squared off. It's like quality rather than quantity. So don't sell yourself cheap. It's invest in things that are worthwhile investing. Don't just, don't go mad on it all. Yeah, I think this is unseen. So it's bringing up a new way of doing things. I've always said in the past about Leos that you're very good at making profit or making success out of life in the material world, but sometimes it can be difficult to retain it, and it could be down to your hugely generous side of life, but you could be sort of like here. I think you're learning another way of doing things and realizing, I think you're understanding a lot more about sort of the value of time in life, different values that are not necessarily equated with money, but equated with life. I think that's what's coming out of it. And I think that's what's will drive your success and the windfall, because you're not just throwing it away, but it's bringing things to the surface that, allows you to be a lot more sort of in control of your finances. With the Ace of Cups, look at that, you get the King of Cups. You're going to feel so much happier when you engage with the energy in a very joyous way, and allow love to come into your life, or allow opportunity to come into your life, or for you to give that, to have that fair exchange. I think is really beautiful. And converting something that's what the King of Cups is all doing, in his serenity and sitting in his power. With the King of Wands, you get the 6 of Swords. This is you taking a stance, living it, standing in your power, and taking yourself to much calmer shores. As I said, with this Queen of Swords, there might have been complications in the past that you had to choose a pathway that people didn't really think was a good choice, but now you're being proved to be right, and that's where you're getting yourself to calmer shores. With the 8 of Pentacles, you get the 7 of Pentacles. The universe here is sort of saying, I do a lot of dowsing for wells up in the mountains that people call me. My daytime job is a healer around here, and the energy guy. And I tend to I do a lot of dowsing for energies, and I do a lot of dowsing as well for people who are looking to create wells on their land in the mountains. What happens is when you get a well, you've got to keep pulling on the well. It's not good to not pull on it, and it's not good to pull too much. And it's finding that sort of how you pull on the universe that around you in order to get the best stuff out of it. From your past to your present, look at that. You got the Temperance. You've been very patient with a lot of people in a lot of situations, and now it's turning the negative into positive. It's turning the night into day. And it's a real sort of self-satisfying success within you. And yeah, it is. That's what's taking you on to a much, 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 much more happier place for you. With the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups on the other side, it bodes very, very well for afterwards. I started speaking French to you then. For afterward, the 2nd of 2nd of June. With the Ace of Wands, out with the old and in with the new. This is it. You're getting that sort of the results, basically. The Nine of Pentacles is knowing when certain things, certain fruits are ready, are ripe for eating. And I think this is a whole new episode in your life, really taking form and really, expanding with you. With the Knight of Cups, you get the Devil. The Devil is in the detail in this offering here. And I think the detail comes mainly from your past. It's also a side here where I would be just a little bit attentive, and this is where things are a little bit surprising for you. Just a little bit of attentive of people who don't necessarily want your success. I wouldn't concentrate on them at all, but just note them. Note situations that kind of go, oh yeah, that or that person there. Oh, right, okay, yeah, continue on my pathway. And that's, knowing how things can really play beautifully for you. With the Ace of Swords, you get the Ace of Wands. Again, out with the old and in with the new. This is a whole new thing. I think the overall energy, so coincidences, look at this. And so if you're moving from the hot dog stand to that fast food restaurant, there's been a place that you'd love to do to do your fast food restaurant. And what a chance, a shop becomes available in that moment. There's lots of coincidences playing in your favor. Yeah, I think you've been very patient in the past. I think you've been very straight-laced, very orderly, and etc. But that means you haven't really been going anywhere. And I think that's what's changing. Well, that's the biggest change. And within that change and that success that's coming your way, you should know how to keep that success. This is a bit like pulling on the well. You've got to pull on it slowly so it doesn't dry out or it doesn't get too swamped. And yeah, so your happiness is, you've been planning for it. And there is travel involved in it. There's obviously travel involved in it in this sort of side of things with the Knight of Cups. And with the Ace of Swords and the Ace of Wands, wow, that's really fiery coming in from the universe. And this happiness after difficulty could be planning or traveling to a new job, to a new place to do a new job or a new business. And that could be as traveling as much as going from that hot dog stand on the corner into that sort of fast food restaurant. And with the Moon card, I don't think this is it. I think it's a bit of a windfall. I think you get that by the end of the week. It makes you incredibly happy. And then all of a sudden, imagine if you got a load of money that came into your life. What are you going to do with it? That's going to need planning. How you deal with that amount of money. And it depends on, if for you, if you're earning, say, like $500,000, pounds, whatever it is a year, 20,000 in your pocket, a windfall, will not seem much to you. But if you're not got a lot of money, 20,000 is a huge amount. So it takes on a lot more sort of responsibility within your life. But there's a definite advancement for you. There is no doubt about it coming your way. And I would seize it with both hands. Seize it with your heart as well, more than anything else. There you go, Leo. Thank you very much for being here. I hope you get the best out of these readings. I really do appreciate any support that you show through YouTube. So liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, whatever it is. There's multitudes of ways of doing that, and I really do appreciate that. We also do stuff on another channel called Cymatic TV, which is all about energy. You'll either see us over there or you'll see us here, whichever way it is. It'd be lovely to see you again. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.